So, Don, you know, it's your birthday. Well, it was your birthday.
It is.
But then you knew that, right?
It was my birthday, and I did know that.
That was yesterday. Yeah.
That was yesterday.
Yeah.
That's why.
And you were 29 again, right?
34.
Still? Oh, 34? Okay, so you advanced it a couple of years this time? Good.
Yeah.
Okay.
So what's up?
So, well, listen, I understand that originally, I'm not going to ask how old you were.
Okay.
But I understand your career, the way I hear it, was kind of laggy. You know, it wasn't particularly going along pretty quickly until Gutenberg. And then it began to take off. Is that true?
Well, if you say it, it must be false.
Right. Thank you, Don.
You were going to sell me something.
Yes, I was. I was going to tell you about the sell you something. No, tell you something. Yeah, the McCain. Despite all the uniformly, the press says McCain's campaign is the worst ever. And I have to tell you, looking at it from various aspects, it's not the best campaign. On the other hand, here we find him not only running just about statistically even, but in 4 key states, either ahead or dead even. Is that right?
That's correct.
These are battleground states, right?
Well,
what is going on here?
Well, I think while Barack Obama has been overseas,
he's the one that's abroad. Well, he's not abroad, but he's abroad. In a sense, he's abroad. He's actually a man.
Overseas in a crash course or a makeup course on foreign policy and national security, trying to learn as much as he can in a few days. McCain has been moving the numbers here back at home. And this is the Quinnipiac poll in 4 key states. And Colorado was really interesting, where McCain has now moved ahead of Obama in Colorado, a Republican state the Republicans should have, but it's been trending Democratic. Yeah. And it's largely on drilling, which, as you know, the Republicans and Obama and McCain have been hammering away because Obama's opposed to drilling for more oil.
Yeah.
That's right. And he's closed the gap in Michigan and Minnesota, 2 critical and usually heavily Democratic states. And Obama still has the edge in Wisconsin. Michigan and Minnesota. Minnesota's always been a tight state for the Democrats. And Michigan if he's moving ahead there, could that sort of signal maybe putting Romney on the ticket will just give him that edge in Michigan, where Romney is very popular and the Romney name is popular.
What was that other state you mentioned?
Minnesota.
And who's the
Colorado.
governor there?
Minnesota, of course, the governor is Pawlenty.
Yeah, Tim Pawlenty.
Was that...
and that's where the convention is going to be held.
That's
September
correct.
1 through 4, where McCain will be crowned, and his vice president will be crowned, and why not Tim Pawlenty then? They could get Minnesota, which is worth 3.5 votes or something.
His name is on the list. But now we have the end of this, coming to the end of Obama's grand tour overseas. And, this seems to have hasn't been the great, he had this great crowd at Berlin, but it was a very unmemorable speech that I don't think really
That's where he stood at the gate and said, I am a jelly roll? No, that was the other
He
one.
wasn't at the gate. He was at something less lofty. It was a speech in which he said that he was a citizen of the world. Well, I don't know how that plays in America, but, first and foremost, you're a citizen of the United States.
Well, he said, I'm a citizen of the United States.
He did, but he seems to have dual citizenship here.
Well, a lot of people have dual citizenship. I don't know if you've noticed. A lot of people have dual citizenship.
But as a campaign, does that help him, I wonder?
Well, I don't think it affects him one way or the other. If I doubt that the McCain campaign is going to use that second part of his statement as a device to stick it to Obama, but you never know if they get desperate. Obama offers so many opportunities. He is so green in so many areas. And I think you see it, and one of the reasons that the polls have consistently shown that he's not way, way ahead. In fact, he's probably behind if you do some correcting for weighting, is that people think he is green.
He is,
but I don't mean
the inexperience.
I don't mean green. I mean green.
Oh, it's a huge issue.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I do. And
do?
I would disagree with you that McCain's campaign is the worst ever. I mean, when you're running nip and tuck, and maybe moving ahead now in the polls in some places, you must be doing something right, and Obama must be doing something wrong.
Oh, well, that makes superficial sense.
I'll stick with that.
That's good. I mean, it's better than no sense at all.
All right. Well, let's close on that note.
All right. Close?
Yes.
Happy birthday.
Thank you, and many more. Well, it's the end of the week and we got silly.